Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Local to Me. This is Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition, and I'm actually only going to be here for about 10 minutes of the show today, but I just wanted to pop in and say hello, and then I'll know if, downloads go up after I leave. Yeah, I'll know what's going on. Y'all can just be like, well, Heather's out. But no, I gotta head out, have a little bit of something going on this afternoon that I have to take care of. So I am leaving you guys in the very capable hands of our membership director, Woo-hoo! Andrea Plunkett, and then one of our podcast guests that you've been on the show quite a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So podcast guest, sponsor of the CVABC, delegate of the CVABC, all things. He does it all. Mike
Volunteer
Norfield.
of the Year.
Volunteer of the Year.
2021, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels. So they are going to be co-hosting the show today after I pop out of here in a few minutes. And then we do have a guest coming in, Samantha Simmons and her team with SandS Services, which right now it's January, so what better time than to talk to them about how to work, make sure your books are ready to go. I know that I got an email this morning from our accountant that was like, hey, it's that time, because we do ours every quarter, and so I immediately forwarded it to Samantha and I said, hey, what do I need? What do you do that I don't have to do? And then what do you need from me to make sure this gets done? So she's going to be chatting about that, and she has a lot of stuff going on with her team. So, but yeah, I'm sad. I'm not gonna be talking all day. It's sad, but I'm starving, so I'm actually excited because I had to fast. So for those of you who have had to do this before, more power to you, because it is not fun, especially when you have Autumn over here, our director of events, eating in front of you all day long, and I think she finds it funny. I find that she may not be working here next week. I'm just kidding.
Don't be hangry.
Yeah, I know I am. That's where I'm at right now. But we did have 2 really awesome ribbon cuttings today. And, Andrea, you may be talking about that in just a little bit. But we welcome 2 new businesses and new members to the CVABC today with ribbon cuttings. And we have another one next week. So, no, week after next. And that's at a restaurant. So I'm not going to talk about it because I'm just going to get hungry. but I'm looking forward to that one too. So, and then they're going to be talking about a bunch of updates. And we're going to be doing, actually, Woody, can I mention the 27th?
Yeah, it's in the calendar now.
Okay, so I just want to make sure before I surprise you.
It's booked. Okay, it's in there.
So we are going to have a special episode of Talk Local to Me, not on a Wednesday. It's going to be on Friday, January 27th, from about 10 to 11. So we're hosting a new member mixer, which they're going to talk about more in depth as to what that all means. But we're going to be going live from that event and talking to all of the different businesses. So we have the opportunity for like 30 businesses to be there. So it'll give us a chance to kind of do a really quick marathon, if you will, an hour or so marathon of meet and greets with business owners. So that's going to be exciting. So make sure you guys tune in on Friday morning for that.
Live in the Grove Street FM app.
Live in the Grove Street FM app.
Yeah. That's a vocal marathon, not an actual marathon where we have to run.
I am not running.
Oh, God. I almost deleted it from the calendar.
That's right.
I'm not sure why
we are running. I'm out. You go ahead. But I'm longer employed.
So I couldn't even imagine trying to talk to people while I run and have no cognizant conversation with anyone.
I'm too busy breathing.
Yeah, I'm too busy trying to breathe.
Right. All y'all hear be like,
they say if you're exercising and you can talk at the same time, you're not exercising hard enough.
I've heard that.
So, yeah.
So
never when I go the 2.5 on the treadmill and I'm at a 1% incline and I'm already breathing hard.
Right.
I must be doing good. I thought I was not doing good.
I get out of breath getting on the treadmill. So
I look at the treadmill and I'm like, no, I need to talk.
I look at the gym door and I'm like, maybe I should just tropical smoothie.
Well, people who do those different, what? It's funny you say that could be a popular show because did y'all know that there are people out there that people watch them sleep at night?
Yes.
Like there's YouTubes of you can just pull up and watch somebody sleep live.
Yes.
First of all, creepy.
Very creepy.
Have you not heard of that?
Do they know they're being watched
Yes.
while they sleep?
Yes, people
Yes.
send money and to them for watching them sleep.
To watch
How much
them
is that?
sleep
I mean,
at
I'll
night.
set up a camera.
I don't know.
Somebody
But
can watch me sleep. I don't care.
I have literally I've seen people talk about it, and I'm like, that's just creepy. So
weird.
I wouldn't want people watching me sleep.
Nope.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Let me sleep. I'm
that's-
just gonna put that out there.
That's weird.
So that's weird. But that'd be like this way. So we should have people watch us like trying to run and walk at the same time. Like, let's see how that goes. It could be a good episode.
We could make it a new membership marathon.
No.
The membership numbers have just dived
That's
after that, right? I'm not joining.
Whatever month that is, it'll be
Yep.
like, and there were no new members
No,
today.
we're good.
Nothing happened.
Great.
Oh man, I couldn't even imagine. So yeah. Well, I am going to, I mean, I know it seems weird that I hopped on for a few minutes, but I just wanted to kind of say hello and introduce our co-host for today and tell everybody I was hungry, and yeah, that was about it.
Speaking of food, we have porterhouse over at the store, right?
Oh, we do. Yes, at All Things Local. So 805 Berks Hill Road. If you're listening live, head out that way today. Porterhouse Catering and Barbecue and Catering is there with their food truck, serving up pulled pork and pulled chicken, mac and cheese, which according to Autumn is great.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Autumn, how was that?
It was good. I got the barbecue chicken and the green beans and the mac and cheese.
Looked like there was a roll in there.
There was a roll in there. They also got potato salad, coleslaw.
Wow.
So, there was something about donuts. He had a little thing on there that said donuts. I don't know if he's I don't know what he's doing.
I
with
can
donuts.
just see Heather's face as we talk about this, and she's just getting more and more.
I am.
hungry.
I'm excited for dinner. I told Chris he's taking me out to dinner tonight.
Is that the
'cause
dinner bell blowing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
right.
Gotta go. Get some food. Get some food. But yeah, so they're there from I think 10 to 2 today. But starting next week, we're gonna be working out a schedule where I think one Wednesday they're gonna be there for lunch, and then a Friday they're gonna do dinner.
Oh, cool.
So it'll be back and forth, like so every couple weeks or so. So we'll have but you know, they're there with the food, and then we want everyone to come by to the shop, All Things Local. And if you haven't been there yet, you need to get by there. We have some really great stuff in the store, and a lot of it has changed up. So we moved from Christmas, and now we have a lot of some primitive stuff. Some spring stuff is starting to show up. We have some flowers and stuff some people put in for like Valentine's Day. We just got 3 new vendors, so we have some photography up. We've got some
Sweet.
coasters in there. We have what else we got in there? Cutting boards.
What
Yeah,
else?
like charcuterie
Yeah,
boards.
like charcuterie boards, and then t-shirts will be coming in
Yes.
soon.
T-shirts, like all kinds of fun shirts and stuff. So, but there's furniture, redone furniture. What do you call it? Renewed furniture.
Refurbished.
Yeah, refurbished. That's a good word. Furniture.
It is
So I'm
a good
just
word.
so hungry. I don't even know my words are. We have like, a lot of people have been. We have tumblers. We have
We even stickers for the kids.
stickers and crock charms and soaps and bath bombs and migraine
Tupperware.
spray and Tupperware
Tupperware,
and. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Honestly, I can't even tell you all the things. So,
And a food truck. Sounds like a fun day.
and a food truck, it is. So
It's a cool little store.
it is a cool little store. And normally it's open from 10 to 6. Today, not so much because I have to go have a procedure done, so we had to shut the store down. But tomorrow we'll be back at it. And Friday and then Saturday, 10 to 2. So come out and see us. And today, grab you some barbecue and help to support another small local food
Yes.
truck.
I would be definitely heading there after this.
You
Me
should. It's
too.
delicious. It was actually. I was worried if I was going to make it here on time because there were so many cars in the parking lot. Like they blocked our car in at one point. One guy was just like, "Forget this." He just drove through the yard off into the street. I said, oh, "Okay, there we go."
Over the curb, off into the
He
street.
didn't
Wow.
care. That was awesome.
Wow.
So anyway, well, with that, guys, I'm gonna talk local to you next Wednesday, but I'm gonna turn it over to Mike and Andrea, and hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week.
All right.
All
We
right.
will talk all sorts of smack about you while you're gone.
Oh, I will listen. I will. I'm coming back. I'm
The
gonna
viewers-
Party time.
The viewers are going up as we speak.
All right.
Listeners.
as we speak, the viewers are saying, yes, Heather's out. No, I'm just kidding.
No. We will miss you, Heather. Bye.
So, Andrea, how's it going?
It's going good.
We
How
have
about you?
free right now. We can say whatever we want.
This is true.
This is fantastic. Memberships are on sale.
They're not even out the door yet, and
Yeah.
it has begun.
get a live listener in just a second.
Right.
quick before she gets on live. So memberships are on special this week. If you call right
Yes.
now,
Right now. Call right now.
get it for the low price of
$15.99. No.
oh gosh, I'm gonna sign up 3 businesses just because
There you
it's a
go.
deal.
There you go. You have another business with CBABC.
I do. I have Gregory Lane Studios. We do laser engraving, CNC. I just added a CNC machine to it, so that's pretty cool.
What
So
does CNC stand
CNC is computer numeric controlled. It basically you can take a block of wood and just kind of mill out and make different things.
for?
So
Oh, cool.
just kind of a different way to do things. So
Very cool. And you said you had a lot of Christmas presents you made with.
yeah, I did. I had actually a friend of mine that does YouTube animation videos for different businesses and
Oh,
does
wow.
things like that. Had him make a cartoon character version of my nieces and nephews, and they actually had a
Sweet.
cartoon of them that they could paint and things like that. And
Wow. That's very
they could
cool.
order anything from Uncle Mike that they wanted that has their cartoon on it. So looking for some
Neat.
ideas for that. But yeah, just some little things like that. So,
Very creative. Very
Yeah.
creative. And what's that called again?
Gregory Lane Studios.
Gregory Lane Studios.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So what else do we get to talk about?
We can
other
talk about
than-
anything we want. Hey, let's talk about Visiting Angels a second. So,
Yes. Let's talk about that.
as I'm here. So, Visiting Angels, we do, excuse me, I start to talk and then I can't talk.
Mhm.
Visiting Angels, we do in-home care with CNAs, PCAs, things like that. We are currently hiring. We do have, if you don't have a PCA or a CNA, we have ways for you to be able to get the training for that as well at no cost to you. And we're hiring CNAs and PCAs right now. We've got a very competitive wage and a good work environment. We try to match up with clients, flexible schedules, great for those nursing students who are, going to nursing school to be an RN or something
Right.
like that, and they kind of already have the qualifications for a CNA. We've had quite a few nursing students come through and work with us during the school year.
That's great.
Some stay during the summer, and some stay with us full time after that because they
Mhm.
enjoy it, and they get married and don't want to go looking for a new job. And
Right,
you know,
right.
you get a new husband, and you don't necessarily want a new job at the same time.
That's
So,
true. Very true.
But yeah, so
That's
but
cool.
We're
Yeah.
hiring. We're also taking on new clients and things like that.
Great.
And have a lot of exciting things in the works.
Great. And is it visitingangels.com?
You can go to visitingangels.com/Lynchburg. If
There
you
you go.
go to our website, you can look on the left-hand side, and there's a little chat bot feature where you can talk to us, and it comes directly to a staff member as a text message, and you can ask about care. You can ask about prices. Do we cover the area you're in? Things like that. If you go on the right-hand side, there's Olivia. Olivia is actually an artificial intelligence
Wow, you have-
robot, if you will. that,
Wow, an AI.
we'll go through the hiring process and start that. So you can apply at 3 a.m, and you can do all of your, get your questions, and we make sure that you qualify to work with us, that you understand what we do, things like that, and go through that whole process, and even book an interview at 3:00 in the morning. If you
Oh
want.
my
So,
goodness. Well, not an actual interview at
well,
3:00.
No, but you can book
Okay.
the
book
interview during the day with,
Okay.
with Beth Schrock, our
Okay.
recruiting manager.
Yes.
You can book an appointment with her, and you can do that all at 3:00 in the morning just from your cell phone. So that's
And are
great.
you still hiring in your office?
We have one position open in our office.
Okay.
You can go to Indeed and look for that. And it's
Okay.
a marketing and admissions coordinator. So
Great.
we are hoping to fill that sometime soon.
Great.
So hopefully by February 1st is our goal. So,
Oh, cool.
but we'll see how that goes. So
Good,
if we
good,
find the
good.
right candidate, we'll go for it. So
Great. Well, I think our guest has arrived.
our guests have arrived. A lot of guests. So, but
Yay.
and as Samantha is putting on her headphones so gracefully, we will.
They're kind of
um,
tricky.
They
You
are.
got
They're,
it.
little, they're a little sneaky. So
There you
good morning,
go.
Samantha. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
You're not out of breath. You didn't run here, did you?
It was a very busy morning, but it was a blessed morning. So we're excited for the growth and the new things that are coming ahead.
That's
so.
good. That's good.
Good.
So, and Andrea, something you may not know
Oh,
about Samantha and Visiting Angels is we were actually her first client as her current role at SNS.
wow. SNS Services.
SNS Services. Yeah, I forgot the last S. I knew there were 3 S's.
The other 3 S.
Yeah, so we were actually one of their very first clients, and we have signed up for another year. So
Yeah.
it has been a good relationship. She's really helped us to kind of learn things we were doing wrong, things we were doing right, and how to do some things that we were doing not wrong, but that we could do better.
Right,
So,
right.
and she'll actually be in our office tomorrow. So
That's
I'm so excited.
fantastic.
I love going once a month and sitting in with the Visiting Angels team, with Mike and Marilyn especially, and just because we also talk about our lives while also talking
Yeah.
about business, and it's just it's a good relationship that we have, and I'm so thankful for you guys.
yeah, well, we're thankful for you too. So
That's great. Well, you've seen a lot of growth in this past in 2022, didn't you,
Mhm.
Samantha?
Yeah, it's been crazy, scary in a good way.
Yeah. Well, with the entire entourage she walked in with today, it's
Yeah, I brought a few
grown quite a
assistants
bit.
with me so
Yes.
that it's not just
So-
me talking, because I wanted them to share their experiences.
Yeah.
So
very cool. Very cool.
That's cool.
So introduce your team to us. Who have you got with us? I know you have Amber. I know Amber.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. And who else do we have with us today?
we have Jasmine
Hi.
and we have Brittany.
And Brittany.
Okay, Brittany,
Great.
Jasmine, Amber, and Samantha.
So when you first started out, it was just you, right,
Mhm.
Samantha? And,
Yeah, I just started it on my little Chromebook in my living room.
Mm-hmm. And you've got 4 here, but you have...
We
how
have 6 active with clients right now, but we have 8 who are certified and total and ready to start taking on clients and finishing up their training and doing all the fun stuff. So it's insane, but great.
That's great. So tell us what you do. Tell us what...
Okay.
And what does S&S stand for?
Honestly, SNS was just created because my name is Samantha Simmons. My husband's name is Steven Simmons. And so I was just like SNS because we ultimately want SNS services to grow to be whatever it has to be for our family. Because that
Mhm.
was the intent behind it, was to support our family in a time when we needed something that was super flexible
Sure.
and that could allow me to be there for my husband who's disabled too, has a lot of health issues, and our 2 little boys. So yeah, SNS is a customizable bookkeeping service for small businesses and also any individual who may want their finances treated like a business. And we specialize in QuickBooks Online, and we just kind of step into your business and try to work right alongside you and do what we can to support your growth and take some of that bookkeeping and light administrative off of your plate so you can focus on the parts of your business that you really, really enjoy, because that's what we want. That's who we want to work with, the people who love what they do and love serving. And so we get to serve them.
That's great.
And the thing that a lot of people don't think about when they start a business is, they may have a specialty like Woody, with the podcast and websites and all. Like, I don't even know everything you do. There's so many things
I
that
don't.
you do.
I don't even know everything. I'm
So,
just going every day. Every day
assistant-
is different.
assistant candle maker,
Yes,
all
yeah.
sorts of things that Woody
Everything.
does. So he's really good at all those things. But like when it comes to like bookkeeping and making sure your insurance is in place and things like that, that's where you really, like, as a business owner, it's hard to balance all of those things that you have to be a business owner. I used to be a florist, so I may be, I'll say this with tongue in cheek, like an expert at flower arrangements and things like that.
Right.
But you might not necessarily know how to do payroll, how to do all the taxes and everything that goes with it. So that's why it's important to make sure that you partner with other small businesses that do specialize in some of those areas, like Samantha, so where they can be strong where you don't necessarily have a lot of knowledge. And even if you just use them for a while, for a year or two, and so you kind of like, okay, I think I can handle this more, and then cut back to more of a maintenance thing. It's always good to have that extra because, I know that the challenges that I face every day as a small business owner, and we just celebrated 6 years being
Wow,
open January 2nd.
congratulations.
So thank you. And it, I have learned a lot. I thought I knew a lot before we started this, but there's a lot that you come across that you're like, well, how do I handle this?
I
So,
bet.
it's, there's much more than just, if you're making candles or something like that, there's so much more to it than just that skill that made you want to get into this business, whatever it may be, that you have to know. And that's why we're grateful that we have Samantha on our team with Visiting Angels to be able to kind of supplement where we don't know what we're doing with that as much. She can kind of come in and give her expertise there. So
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I talked to Samantha during the holiday break about Singagram, my singing telegram business. And because I think bookkeeping takes a lot of businesses down, small businesses, when
Yeah.
they first start, because they get overwhelmed and then they step back and say, I can't do it. So
Right.
Samantha's great at working it with small and large.
Yes,
So,
we love baby businesses. We love medium businesses. We love big businesses. And we have packages that can kind of work with everybody for whatever their need is. We just try to find what we can to meet you where we can. Obviously, we're not perfect, and there might be a slim amount of people out there that we're just not going to be able to serve. But Lord willing, we're able to serve pretty much everybody who walks through our doors, and thus far we have.
that's great.
that's great.
Awesome.
Cool. So let's hear from one of your team. Who wants to volunteer to go first?
I can.
Okay, great. So, and your name was Brittany? Okay. I'm terrible with names, so I get an extra credit point for that today. So, Brittany, tell us kind of what you do and how you came to join SNS.
Sure. Well, Samantha has an incredible ability to see talent and ability in other people and call that out in them. So
Okay.
she pursued me actually to work with her. And she knew that I enjoyed organizational tasks and serving people. That's the heart of a lot of what I do. And I have a heart for small businesses because I always have some kind of entrepreneurial venture going on, making something with my hands, selling it, helping my family in that way. So she called me onto her team. And through SNS, I'm able to buy more groceries for my family. I have three little boys
Who eat a lot, I'm sure.
who eat more than me
Yeah.
and my
Boys.
husband.
Yes.
And I'm able to serve clients at the same time and be an asset to the company.
That's good.
That's
good.
great. That's
Awesome.
great.
And how long have you been with SNS?
I joined in 2022.
Okay. Very cool.
That is great.
All right. That's awesome. All right. So, Amber, tell us a little bit about your story about how you came to join SNS and why you enjoy what you do. I hope you enjoy what you do now that I said that. But I know you do. So that's why I felt safe saying that. But tell us a little bit how you came to join the SNS team and what you do with them.
Yeah, well, I worked full time in the medical field, administrational for the medical field. Let's make sure everybody knows that.
Right.
But I ended up having a baby and leaving the house and crying every day because I was leaving my baby, and then realizing that most of my paycheck was going to go to paying for somebody else to take care of my baby. It
Right,
just didn't make sense to me, and it was really hard. And so, my husband and I both decided it was just in the better interest for me to stay home with him and find something to do while I could work at home.
Sure.
Yeah.
And even still working at home, most jobs that when you start out, you're going to be on the phone, so you still can't take care of your baby.
Right.
You might be able to take care of a 10-year-old, but not a 6-month-old that
Right.
needs 100%.
They need a little more attention than
They
the 10-year-olds.
They do, and they don't understand to be quiet.
That's right.
So,
I'm an adult and I still don't understand that. So, yeah.
And Samantha at that point was starting the process of knowing that she needed more than just herself. She realized she was actually going to be able to grow and was onboarding people to start helping her and assisting. So she, we got back together because we've been friends for 15 years, but we reconnected, and it's just been, honestly, I tell everybody it's a God thing because we both needed it, and it's growing, and we can only imagine, where it's going to keep going.
So that's pretty funny. So I have a friend of mine that is a part of the CVABC, Beth Schrock, and she accidentally joined our team in July of last year. She was looking for something to do just a couple hours a day. And I was like, hey, I've got a couple tasks that I don't want to do. But we needed somebody just to kind of, when somebody applied for a job, just to reach out to them and make that first contact. And it was taking a lot of time from our office staff. So we actually had her working just a couple hours a day from home and, very flexible. Sometimes she'd do an hour in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon. And she was doing really good. Well, we had a sudden and big change in our office staff. We had a team member that had to leave, and she just jumped in and started working, and now she's in the office almost every day, and it's been fantastic. And we've known each other 15 years, so we didn't have that awkward all right, so what can I ask you to do and what can I not ask, all that
I think
thing.
I remember when that happened.
Yeah. So it was quite an adventure. So so it's cool that you've known Samantha a long time and kind of working with her now, and it makes some of those conversations a little easier. Hey, I need you to do this. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
And the trust was already there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. So awesome. And I'll tell a funny story about Amber is, she's talking about the flexibility with childcare and things like that. I was talking to her at a CVABC coffee talk, which we actually have one coming up on the 27th.
That's right.
Plug. And where is that at, Andrea?
That is at CVCC. And it is not only just a coffee talk, it is a new member mixer.
Oh.
Yes.
And I think we're going to come back to that and talk about something that Woody's doing there, of the many things that Woody does. But so I met her at a coffee talk, and she was standing there, and all of a sudden she turned, and she had a child strapped to her back that I did not see until she turned. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a baby. So it was a pretty funny story for that. But anyway.
Yeah, and Amber said, "Oh, I didn't leave him at home. I thought I did."
Oh, wait, where? Yeah.
Hey, there's a Noah.
Yeah.
What is that?
So,
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's so cool to see SNS services grow through this year. And just, every time come in, you're talking, Samantha, you're talking about another employee that you've adding to the group. So that's great.
It is great. So, and I also love how, like, just to talk about just the CVABC for a second, but I love how many, like for Visiting Angels, it's been great for the networking and things like that. I've known Heather. We were in first grade together, so I've known her a long time.
That's a long time.
It is, and I still talk to her. So that's amazing.
That's amazing.
But the greatest benefit that I've gotten out of it is just friends in business that you can talk to and kind of like, oh, today was so tough. I don't know why I do this today.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, I totally get you. I had a week like that last week, and things like that. The friendships that we have formed through the CVABC with other business members have been great.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the connections that you can make beyond business there are also fantastic. So
yeah, I was just telling prospective member today that one of the things I love about our members is it's not competitive. It's really we just kind of help each other out, and you don't see that a lot in business, but to see people in the same field talking to each other and giving each other advice and tips.
Yeah. So Brandy with the Key, who is one of our, I call us co-opetition. So they also do personal care in the home. They're on Craigmont Drive there in Forest. A great company. If Visiting Angels doesn't service your area, they're a great company to call as well. But and I'll be texting her and telling her I talked nice about her today.
There you go.
But we communicate, quite a bit. And because if we can do our job well as a business and they can do their job well, it helps both of us because we build a reputation for our industry.
Yes.
So,
yes.
That's one of the favorite things about this is in this group, in some marketing and networking groups, it's kind of like nobody wants to talk about what they're doing now because I don't want somebody to take my idea and steal it and all that stuff. So, but I'm glad that we can reach out to our competitors and kind of work with them to help someone get care. We've had the situation probably 3 times already this year where the family has talked to the Key and they've talked to us, and we kind of race to see who can staff it first. And if the other one beats us, we're like, all right, I'm going to cheer you on this time.
That's right.
And next time when we can staff it, faster than they can, they cheer us on. So everybody wins, and it just makes it good for everybody. So, but that's, I think, my favorite part of the CVABC is it's not competitive. It's a lot of people in the same industry that will sit next to each other at different events and have good conversations and things like that. So,
yeah. I love seeing that. That's really special about CVABC.
It is. It's a good place. So, all right.
We got one more that needs to introduce themselves.
You thought you were getting away with it. And your name was Jasmine, correct? Yes. I am batting 1,000 today. You better watch out. So,
yes, I feel special.
Yes. So, Jasmine, tell us a little bit about you and how you, kind of what you do with the SandS team.
Well, I actually met Samantha through Amber. So Amber recruited me, and it was perfect because, like Amber said, that you have flexibility. I have 2 boys myself. Thankfully, they're both in school, but, having that flexibility when holidays come around, when summer comes around.
When they wake up and don't feel good and don't want to go to school.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me every day.
So you wake up and don't feel good and don't want to go to, oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it gives me the flexibility to do what I need to do to help out with the household, as well as, providing an income to help my husband and whatnot. And it's been a joy to meet all the people and all the connections that, Samantha has and that Amber has. And it's been an experience for sure.
Right.
And learning new things. I'm always striving to learn something new. Samantha can tell you.
Yeah.
I always say I just need to breathe at them and then they know the answer.
There you
That's
go.
usually what happens. We'll say Samantha and I look and they're like, wait, no, I got it.
Yeah.
But it's not because I'm mean. It's because I figure it out.
A lot of times.
We just need her
Essence.
Her aura.
Right. You just need her to be there to be like, oh, if you do something wrong, I'm going to be like, oh, no, that's not quite right.
Yeah.
And the knowledge that she's there.
I love it when somebody on my team comes to me and they're like, what should we do for this situation? And I'm like, what do you think we should do? Right. And then when they're like, they come up with an idea that's like way smarter than anything I could have come up with, it'd be like, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, it's always good to have that. So
yes.
And it's always great to have so one of the things that everybody has in common at this table on Samantha's team is you heard them all say that gives them the flexibility and the ability to take care of their family. When businesses are family first, they always seem to exceed a little bit better than, everybody's had that job where, something happens with a family member and you feel like you need to leave and they're like, well, we need you here.
Yes.
And, I don't think anybody at that table has ever experienced that.
No, not at all.
We hired someone who was he was part of our team for about 2 years, and he was a single dad with 2 kids. And I sat down to talk to him, and the very first thing I said when he sat down was, "Now I want you to understand this is a different kind of atmosphere here. If I understand you have 2 boys, you're a single dad. If something happens and you need to leave, you just tell me you need to leave and go. I don't need a story of like, well, this is what happened in this. Just tell me you have to leave and that it's because your family and you can go. He didn't hear anything else I said that day. We had to go over everything the next day because he was coming to start on our team. He was like, we need to go back over that. He said, after you said that, it was so different. I didn't hear a thing you said because I'm just like, I've never heard that anywhere. Like he was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, but I need you here every Saturday from
What's the
9 to 5.
condition
Yeah.
as to why
Yeah.
why I
You
have
had to
this
ask.
flexibility.
You have to ask permission to ask off, even though
Right.
you already earned that time off. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's like the meme. I love memes, but the meme that says like, I'm not asking if I can take this day off. I'm just
Right.
warning you I won't be here that day. You know,
Right.
that's kind of how that goes. So, and with our staff too. So like we do ask that our caregivers and our employees give us a little notice if they need time off, but we don't ever tell them no. Like we'll work it out. So, and if we can't, we'll come back and be like, well, what did you need off for? Is it something that we could rearrange and you could have this day off instead? Like we do try to work with people and do that because work-life balance, I think people kind of take it for granted that it's important. People that have these jobs that, they may be super, super successful driving the Porsche like Andrea.
Right.
And if you ever get a Porsche, I'm going to be very jealous because I'm going to have to get one to match. But anyway. Yeah, you would look good in a Porsche.
Hey,
Maybe we need
do
to
it before December 15th through the business. You can write it off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because it's a luxury car.
How many songs can I sing to get a Porsche?
Oh,
We just got to get that
A lot.
marketing up.
Yeah, there we
There you
go.
go.
There you go. Yeah,
So-
CVABC is the same way. I
Yeah.
love working. In fact, that's something Heather and I were talking about the other day, and I said, I really appreciate having that flexibility.
Right.
There are days I can work from home. There's, when things happen, just work around, and then you're willing to jump in and do other things
Right.
because we're working together as a team and we're watching each other's backs.
Right.
And when I got COVID, I think it worked maybe 4 or 5 months, and I think it was Christmas in July, and I got COVID at Christmas in July, and the first thing I said to her was, "Please don't fire me. I'm so sorry."
Right,
She's
right.
like, "I don't want you here." So
Yeah. We had,
it's perfect. It's great.
I had an office member that joined our team and had a few things happen like early on, and it's like you just have the worst luck. And I told her one day, she was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "It's okay." I'm like, just look at it like this: that grace and patience, and even love to a certain extent, like that. Those are the building blocks of loyalty.
Yes.
Like if I work with you now, when I ask you to do something and it's like, oh, that is not convenient.
Yes.
You're going to be like, you know what? I can do this because it is a give and take and things
Right.
like that. So,
Right. That's crucial. And I think in small business, it's really important because you've got life and business happening all at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So
I've noticed. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
no, go for it.
Go ahead. You're the guest. Go.
Yes.
I was just saying, I've noticed with them because we try to have once a week where we get together, and there's times like Brittany, for her husband, he has to ask off for her to physically come in and do anything. And even so today, because we had a training that we wanted to do this morning, he took off, and his
Shout out to
willing.
him.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler. You're awesome.
Good job, Tyler. Good job.
And Brittany and not Brittany, Amber. I keep calling you Brittany today, and I don't know why. Amber,
Because we're early 90s babies and
Amber-
everybody was named Amber and Brittany. Or
Jennifer.
Amber and Jasmine are the same way, where I'm like, oh, I have to change our day because this thing came up or this or that, and they're super flexible and awesome with that. And as a boss, me as a boss, I don't want to inconvenience them. I want to do everything I can to make their job easier,
Right.
because then having them makes my life easier, makes my business successful, because I know at the end of the day, I want them around. One client means nothing to me without them.
Right.
Yes.
So
Oh.
So sweet. We need tissues. Woody, we need tissues.
I can get you a tissue
Can you
sponsor.
tell we love
Visiting
you,
Angels can be a
Amber?
tissue.
There you go. Thank you.
the voice cracks a little.
Oh.
I'm allergic to feelings. Let's not have
Yeah.
it today.
that's
That's right.
no.
So-
I
They make-
think that's
they make
the
my
most
eyes water.
inaccurate statement I've heard today, Mike.
Yeah,
What's
you're allergic to feeling.
I am allergic to feelings. It makes my eyes water.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm originally from England. They joke that English people don't show emotion, and it's very interesting. My wife will sometimes be like, like, I know you're allergic to feelings. It's fine. And I'm like, I don't have a heart. I can't help it. So,
But see, I know
I'm
your
crying on the
mother,
inside.
and she is not. She is very emotional, and like she shares it and she shows it to
Very
me.
emotional in a good way.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
She's very positive.
Just in case she's listening, I don't want to get in trouble.
Love you, Marilyn.
I don't want you to get in trouble either. So
That's right.
she does like raspberry donuts from Dunkin'. If she didn't hear this and gets mad, but no,
Good to know. Good to know.
not that she's coming to our office tomorrow. But yeah, but yeah, it's great to and one of the other benefits of small business a lot of time is it is a family event. So
Yes.
like Samantha's husband has come and supported her at coffee talks and things like that, just so that when she has to talk, he could kind of like put his hand on her back and push her and be like, say something. Like, 'cause she's a shy little
the
delicate
first
flower.
6 months he was my hype man. He had to come to all the events with me.
Yeah.
Now I just hang around you or Abe or Marilyn, and I'm like, okay, I've got somebody.
Right. You find the person you're comfortable with and talk. I was told at CVABC events, I'm no longer allowed to stand near the door because everybody stops and talks. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I like to talk. So apparently I caused a log jam at several events. So I'm not allowed to stand by the door anymore, according to
No, you
Heather.
need to go to the back corner.
Yeah. I need to go to the back corner so everybody comes all the way in.
That's right. They just came here they came there to see you.
Or the
That's what it
time when I
was.
came, you were in front of the door, so nobody made it into the room.
Right.
Oh.
Right. That is also true. That's also true.
Yeah, I kept like looking out, being like, are they coming in?
At our coffee talks, we also do some giveaways, and somehow Mike wins a lot on those giveaways.
I do. I don't win anything in life
have a gift
except for
card in
CVABC events. So, and what's really funny is I have 2 different business cards. I have a light blue one and a dark blue one. So usually it's Autumn that draws it, and I'll be like, it's light blue this time or dark blue, and it never fails. She pulls my name.
And she always,
And I swear it's not rigged. I just put 16 cards in every time. So
that's the key.
No,
16 cards.
I'm kidding. Goes down the check. Yeah, the CVABC Coffee Talks. Let's talk about that for a second. What's your favorite thing about the CVABC Coffee Talks, Samantha? Put you on the spot.
Well, I love the coffee talks and the ribbon cuttings and everything through CVABC because those events are how I met you. They're how I met Abe, who we work out of and is one of our service partners, and one of my biggest cheerleaders and business mentor to go to with needs up there at Liber Financial. Shout out. So and those events have literally been like key to building a personal relationship with my clients in the room or potential clients, because it's like you learn that you're real people, you hear real stories, you get to break bread essentially with your coffee and your little snack together, and that's huge to get to have that with other people in your community, and it's a breath of fresh air, and it's just so supportive and uplifting when a lot of the time, especially when you're baby in business, you feel so alone and isolated because everyone's made it in your eyes. Like I was scared to talk to you. I said, there's no way a big person like Visiting Angels would ever need me. The only reason I talked to you is because Steve had made me.
Right.
Wow.
Right. And then I think we actually started talking about Alpha Gal first because I had Alpha Gal and couldn't eat red meat. And, finally I gave up and said, you know what? I'm just going to die and go with a cheeseburger in my hand. So luckily I don't react to that anymore. But we started talking about that first and kind of like what you were doing there. And then you very shyly handed me a business card. And I just looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, and, she was like, I know QuickBooks Online really well. And we had just switched to QuickBooks Online a couple months before, which was a nightmare for us because we had gotten very used to the desktop version. They are not the
do
same.
It on your own. Call us now.
Right. Yeah. So if you're looking at switching, so I will say this, QuickBooks Online has a lot more versatility, even though it's a little harder to use. But Samantha is great about guiding you through that process. And I kind of wish we'd met her the year before when we did switch so that she could have guided us through that from the very beginning. But we made up for lost time. So, and she has been great at helping get us some things right and helping to fix our processes that, like I said, they weren't necessarily wrong. They were just not the best way. So
I want to save you clicks and time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's also great that when we have an issue, which Marilyn will be calling you about today, that we need to get fixed for a client or something like that. We also have that support of, we don't have to try to figure out and fix it ourselves and then mess something up and make it even worse. We can just be efficient and call Samantha and say, hey, and she'll, I can fix that remotely for you because it's online. So it's always good. But
that's very helpful for sure. Well, we are having a coffee talk.
Yeah, let's talk about that coffee talk and about what Woody is doing.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're great. No, that's perfect.
He will not have a snake in his boot this day. I just made that joke at least once because I'm sure he's never heard that.
Be in the water hole.
So I'm hoping he brings his friend Buzz Lightyear with him.
Yes.
Just bring Grover.
Yes.
Yeah, bring
Grover's everywhere.
So, and but yeah, we're having a coffee talk, and we're doing a live podcast from the coffee talk.
Yeah, live remote.
Ooh.
Like, old school radio remotes, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be there. I believe we're going live from 10 to 11. Heather will be there. It'll be kind of like a special episode of Talk Local to Me, but with a bunch of new networking. I'll have a mic that we'll be handing people, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Don't give the mic to Mike.
If it's only an hour, I probably would take the whole time. So maybe you just need to get me to interview some people or something.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
The last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Give me a cutoff time. Like, here you go. We're going off the air in 10 minutes. If you keep talking, nobody's going
You
to
got a hard
That's
break,
right.
Mike. I got a hard break.
Yeah, I got a hard break.
Still keep talking though.
So
That's right.
I probably would. So my staff picks on me because coffee talks are usually 8 to 10 the last Friday of the month. In different places, different people host and sponsor and
Yes.
things like that. Sometimes there's Chick-fil-A for breakfast. So if
Yes,
you were on
that's
the
usually
fence,
our most attended. Is
yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
I always go straight for that and then talk to people. But it's a great event. It's a great way to meet people and learn about the CVABC, and also a great way because Andrea, your job is actually your membership,
Yes.
and she does a great job of talking to people about what the CVABC offers and things like that. And I can tell you that it changed our business quite a bit.
Right.
We are part of a national network, so
Uh-huh.
but our office is locally owned and operated. A lot of people think that we're a big business, but
Right.
really, we're just a small business just working in Lynchburg. We just
Mhm.
have that big support group. But the thing I love about the CVABC is that it's everything from, like, when Samantha started, she was a one employee
Yes.
business and, has obviously grown.
Mhm.
I won't say it's all because of the CVABC, but I'll say 90% of it is. I'm just kidding.
I
Um,
mean, there's a reason why I'm a gold sponsor with them.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah, it's
they're
it's,
awesome.
It's been fantastic for your business. But what I also love is we also have some big businesses. So we have like Foster Fuels that is
Yes.
quite a big business, and they still get benefit from this because
Absolutely.
let's talk about what comes with membership, Andrea.
Okay. So
put you on the spot.
I put that on spot. Well, the great thing is like you said, we have Foster Fuels and then we have artisans as well.
Yeah.
That have we now have an artisan membership, so they're able to join. One of the best benefits, of course, for I think most people is our digital billboards.
Yeah.
So we work with Southeastern, Robert Wallace, and he is fabulous.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's great.
I hope
and-
he's listening.
Yes. Shout out to Robert. But we get with your membership, with your basic, you get 1 week free of digital billboard. And there are 6 locations to be able to do that. And then with your premier, you get 2 weeks free. And right now, till the end of January, it's only $99 for your basic membership.
$99?
Yes.
Wow. I went to McDonald's yesterday and it was $99.
That's
I
right.
was the only one eating. So prices are out the roof.
That's
But-
right.
So still just $99 to join the CVABC. And is that per month?
That is not per month. That
Ah.
is the whole year.
That's the whole year. That's a
Yes.
great deal.
Yes,
So,
and you can even pay that on a monthly basis if you want
even
to.
better. So that's
Break it down.
That's less than a streaming network.
That's less
You
than
know? I mean,
that's less
For
than
real.
a trip to McDonald's once a week, like
That's right.
or once a month. Like
It's less than your
Yeah.
Starbucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get, not only do you get the digital billboard, but of course you get to be interviewed on this podcast.
Oh.
And Heather also has a radio show with WLNI, and you get interviewed on there.
that's also a lot of fun.
Yes.
Woody's not there, but it's still fun.
no, I'm
That's
not
right.
there. I listen in though.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah,
The one listener, that's good.
that's it.
No.
I've gotten a client from that radio show.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome. Yeah. And we are always trying to help with getting that marketing and advertising out. So we have deals or different kind of relationships with magazines and the newspapers so that you can get an ad in there and get seen, where that's a hard thing to do financially when you're a small business starting out.
It is.
So that's a great benefit as well.
And especially because every business needs to advertise in one
Yes.
way or another, whether it's word of mouth, whether it's in a magazine, which is our most popular thing to go through, Lynchburg Living Home Magazine, things like that.
Right.
So, but that can be, I remember the first time I signed a contract to do yearly advertising with both of those magazines, and it was like sticker shock. I was like,
Yes.
I hope we can still pay this in a year.
Right.
And it has done well for us and things like that. But
That's awesome.
there's all sorts of different things that you have to do to kind of market, and it's hard to know which is the right for your business and what is the right amount of money to spend. And
Yes.
so with the billboards, getting that free week, that can kind of give you a trial to, because there's also discounts if you do a monthly
Yes.
or different things like that. And
Yes,
it's very
6
affordable.
months or 12-month contract, you get $50 off.
So, and I think it's as low as like 200, 150.
It's $150 a month for a 12-month contract.
So that is very cheap. And these billboards are on 221 Enterprise Drive. I think
Yes.
there's one on Lakeside Drive as well. So
Yes.
like they're in places that are high traffic areas.
Yes.
And I always love it when I use my billboards for the year. And because I always like, I will live in that section of town, just like catch it as it goes by.
Right,
Because
right.
it's like they scroll through and things like that. So I'm sure the parking lots by those billboards have probably called the cops and been like,
Right.
there's this car wrapped like
Creeper.
visiting angels. I don't know what it is. But they've been sitting here for like 20 minutes just taking pictures of billboards. So
Yes. But the great thing, again, about this is that you can choose to switch. If you do like a contract, and you can choose billboards. So you can do one on Lakeside for a month, and then you can turn around and do Enterprise for a month. And you can choose and change the picture.
Yep.
So it's not something that, you're sold at and you have to keep it there. So you have specials that happen throughout the year. You can change things around. You can put your face on it. You can put Sheena's face on it.
Nobody wants my face on it. So.
No, I don't. But yeah, it's a great way to be able to get out there locally and get seen. And then you can get recognized too. You can become a local celebrity.
Right.
So
and then also with the CVABC, of course, there's like lunch and learns and things like that. I've actually hosted one of those myself.
Yes, that was very popular.
Ooh, that was loud.
That is a loud train. There's so many trains
There's
today.
a lot of trains. It's like the 4th train.
They've waited all morning for y'all to come, and then
Heather did it.
Heather's out there flagging the trains
That's
to come.
right.
She's laying on the track, passed out from not eating any food.
That's right.
They're like, you need to get this lady off the track. So pun intended, I lost my train of thought.
Did I die?
So also, but the lunch and learns, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
So like I did one on Google reviews that seemed to be pretty popular.
Yes,
how to
we're going to
kind of
have you
push
do that one again.
Google
that was
reviews.
Very popular.
Oh gosh.
Don't lose the
I need to get
PowerPoint.
with you to schedule one too.
Yes.
It was also
yes.
nerve wracking for me to do that. But
Mhm.
you get businesses that will give you kind of like, this is what I did and this is what worked for me. And
Right.
it may not work for you the same as it did for them, but being able to kind of get those ideas. And that's something that sometimes there's no cost involved. Sometimes
Right.
there's a fancier lunch and there's some cost involved.
Right.
Things like that. But it's also a great benefit of
CVABC.
of the CVABC membership.
Yes. Yeah.
And then let's talk about sponsorships for a second. So we joined in December of 2019.
Mhm.
I became a delegate in January of 2020, and we also became a sponsor.
Okay.
So we kind of jumped in
Wow. Yeah.
all hands
in.
on deck kind
Yeah.
of thing. And being a sponsor has been great because we get to sponsor different events. February 15th, there's the Evening of Elegance coming up.
Yes.
Sorry, the 16th.
The 16th.
The
That's
Evening
right.
of Elegance is coming up, and Visiting Angels is actually sponsoring that dinner, and it's great because we, get a little more exposure from that, and
Yes.
also get to support this great event that we all have a lot of fun at, and that's a great thing from sponsorship. But we also get some other things from sponsorship as well. Do you
Yes.
want to talk about that a little bit?
We can talk about that a little bit. So the sponsorships are excellent because not only do you get shout out and you get kind of some different there are great benefits for it, but also it's your logo. The more your logo gets seen, the more people become more familiar with you.
That brand recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we are able to put your logo on our banners and our in our newsletter and at different events and different things, and so that gets seen and looked at. So
okay,
yeah.
So you get your logo on the sign,
Yes,
like
yep.
that are at the
You get
event
your
stuff. If
logo.
you do a sponsorship, that's good
Yeah.
to know. Good
yeah,
to know.
and we have sponsorships that are for particular events. So like we have the Empower Women's event, and we have women that want to particularly sponsor that. They want to sponsor a table.
Right.
They want to sponsor the breakfast or the lunch. You can do that.
Okay, and then like the putt tournament, things like
Yes.
that. There's whole sponsorship. There's
Yes.
also like event sponsorship
Yes.
and things like that.
Yes.
We've done health fairs before and had
Mhm.
sponsors for that. So
Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands,
Yes.
which is a great event.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and even the parades.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
like Hill
absolutely.
City Electrical, I think.
Yeah, they're going to do both parades.
They're doing
sponsoring
both
both
parades
this year.
this year. My son
Yes.
works there.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's right. That's right.
I do not know how they convinced him to dress up as like a shepherd for their float for.
That's right.
things,
I
so,
forgot that he was.
yeah, he looks good in purple. Just saying.
Yes.
But
And they even had a goat.
they did. They had a live goat on
A
the float.
live goat.
So
And it was still alive after the
in a
after
box
the
with a
break.
fox. So
That's an accomplishment right there.
it
I
is.
know, that
It
was
is.
impressive.
And he's like 19, so like even more so to get a 19-year-old, 6'6.5" tall, beefy guy to dress up as a shepherd.
And watch a goat and keep control.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was.
have a goat, and
Yeah.
he wasn't a big fan of the goat, I will say. But yeah, okay, so that's
Yeah.
great. So if somebody wanted to contact you about membership or sponsorship or all of the above, or if they wanted to be even a delegate, what would they do?
They can email me at andrea@cvabc.org. That's the best way to reach me, and we can talk about all kinds of things. And you can become a sponsorship at any time of the year, but right now it's a great time because you will get your logo put on our banners that we'll be working on. And then you also get mentioned throughout the year, and you're able to use all those benefits. Because, like a community sponsor, you get a ticket to one of our events,
Like the Evening of
yes,
Elegance.
Evening of Elegance. So, or the Empower event. And so, when you start to look at your membership, how much you get, like a month worth of billboards with some of our sponsorships. So, when you start to add all that up, looking at being a $500 sponsor actually makes a lot more sense than
It does.
having to pay
And
it.
you can also, like we talked about the membership being able to be paid out over the year, you
Yes.
can also do that with the sponsorship, which is what we
Yes.
do with our sponsorship.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember what the level that we do is called, but we do it throughout the year because it makes it where it's nice
That's
and
what we
easy
do.
to budget, and
Yes.
it's great exposure, and I like it. We talked about co-opetition earlier, but I will say that my logo is higher up on the sign than my competitor because we're at a higher level of sponsorship. So
That's
if
right.
they want to meet that challenge, they can up their sponsorship this year.
Yes.
So
Yes.
anyway.
Yeah,
So,
but
well,
it is a fabulous way to be able
It is.
to be seen. And again, we have people members like Visiting Angels, but we also have members. We have Tupperware Tina,
Yep.
who
And
gets
we
to
have
be a member.
Terry
Pampered Chef.
with Pampered Chef. I knew I
Yes.
would slaughter her last name, so
yeah.
I paused.
Heiligenstadt.
Thank you.
Heiligenstadt.
Spell
Yes.
that.
That does.
It's in my phone.
no,
I've known
kidding.
Terry for several years.
So we have several people that do Tupperware,
Right.
Pampered Chef,
Right.
different things like that.
Right.
doTERRA oils, different things like that.
Yes.
All the way up to, like I said, Foster Fuels that
Yes.
has propane all over the state.
Yeah,
So
CentOS is is a big sponsor.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we also now have a membership for artisans. So I just throw that in there. It's only $75, but that's because we don't include the billboards with that. But that's because that's not something they necessarily want to do.
So it's for those smaller, like Gregory Land Studios.
Yes.
Like I don't do that full time. I do
Right.
it, when I have time to do it, or when somebody has a project they want me
Right.
to work on or something like that. So it's not as much of a commitment for me, like Visiting Angels is my
Right.
focus and things
Right.
like that. But it's great for those people who are doing maybe like a hobby job on the
Right.
side is what I call it, that they
Right.
could do that. So
Yeah, so they participate in our Christmas for July event or Centerfest, and this gives them a chance to get some discounts, some great discounts, and some more networking and more exposure at a really decent rate that you would pay for a booth for the weekend if you're
Right.
an artisan.
Right.
So that's for the whole year.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
That's
that's
great.
good.
So, all right. So let's roll back over to Samantha and the team and tell us what your favorite kind of thing that you offer is. I know that you offer we can say bookkeeping that covers a wide range of things. I've got some panicked faces. Let me tell you.
Well, I think that I think each person needs to express that for themselves.
Okay. So,
So
what is your favorite, let's call it, redemption story for like you go into a business and don't tell us what the business is, obviously, but an issue that they had that you were able to help them with.
Unless
that
it's
kind of like
Visiting
has
Angel.
that has kind of stuck out to you. If it's us,
I'm
call
gonna
us
let the
out.
team
'Cause-
go first
Yeah.
because they are the ones who are digging deep into the day to day, and so
Okay.
they've gotten to like do the cleanup, the catch up, the oh my gosh, I found this really big thing. Brittany has one. Just
What
'cause I
she
know
does
we've been
now,
working
she's on the spot.
So if she
I don't
wants to go
mind.
first,
Well, the nature of those two questions are so different. And I want to give a little shout out to the first that my favorite kind of service that we offer is just tailoring our care to our clients. It is so different with each client.
Yes, I'm
They have
sure.
totally different streams of income and different expenses, and it's just so fun getting to know them as individuals. Okay, on to your second question. small businesses can have interesting turnover rates. And so sometimes when a business has a turnover, there's a new employee who comes on. Sometimes that goes really smoothly, and sometimes
not so much.
It might be a little bit different.
Right.
It might be more of a growing period needed there. So that has been really fun, meeting that business where they are and just coming alongside of them, say, hey, you know, there's some things we need to adjust. There's some things that we need to get back on track, but we can do it. And we're gonna make sure you guys do this right, and things are gonna be set for this month and for taxes, and it's not something you're gonna have to worry about.
Right.
That's awesome. That's really important.
All right.
All right, girls. You got a story?
I was like, don't make me say a name. Don't make me pick somebody. I feel like a teacher. Don't make me pick. If nobody volunteers, I'm picking someone.
No. Because you would know who I'm talking about. Like
I know who you're talking about. I definitely agree with what Brittany said. There's definitely that flexibility and
talk into the mic.
There
you go.
There's definitely that flexibility to tailor everything to specific needs for individual clients. There are lots of learning curves, not only for the client, but for us too, because everybody's different. And I like that. I like being able to make sure that I can help people the way they need it. And then as for the other part, I guess with one of my clients that we've recently have worked with, just, I don't know. There's so many. I don't know what to do.
So let's slide over to Amber and let her give us a real quick answer. We're running low on time, so let's just go ahead and get that last. What's your favorite thing that you've done to help a client?
I think my favorite was your cleanup.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You worked on ours.
I worked on yours. I was actually in both of y'all's books. No, I think because I was able to learn with your cleanup. And what I learn the best when I'm in the cleanups, I can do the day-to-day and it just becomes repetitive, and it's the day-to-day is just a quick thing in my pocket, you know, but like the cleanups is where I learn. And as I learn, we'll be able to grow. Because as I learn, I'll be able to reach where Samantha needs me to be. So as I've done your cleanup, then I was able to do another person's cleanup because I was able to remember. You know, and everybody's different. You know, some cleanups are going to be a lot more intense.
Right.
Some aren't going to be more intense and more repetitive. But I like learning with the cleanups because it
just makes you more efficient and makes you grow as a
Also, fun fact, Amber is the day-to-day bookkeeper for CVABC.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you.
Awesome. So, Samantha, if somebody wanted to contact you about services, what's the best way to do that?
The easiest way is to go to our website or our Facebook page. It is SandSservicesVA.com.
Spelled out SandS.
SandServicesVA.com.
Lots of S's.
Don't forget that second
and
S.
If you can't get all that, if you go to cvabc.org and hit the contact us button, you can always reach out and we can get you in contact with Samantha. And I say we, but it's not me. So anyway, this has been a great episode of Talk Local to Me. It is, we have missed Heather today, but only so much. I say that just joking.
Thank you, Mike.
But we appreciate you joining us today, and we hope you'll join us on the live podcast on the 27th.
Yes.